Coming up on Fulton Today, what was old is new again.
After months of construction and renovations, the county's health department now resides at historic 10 Park Place. I'm Priscilla Ortega, and I'll take you on a tour of this amazing facility next.
And I'm Colonel Mark Adger. So what did we learn about the Fulton County Jail after appearing on the national program 60 Days In? I'll share some answers coming up.
That and much more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis Rucker. After spending nearly 60 years at the Aldridge Health Center, Fulton County's health department has a new place to call home. The new 44,000 square foot clinic is inside the historic 10 Park Place. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has the story. Priscilla?
Shania, the new Fulton County Public Health at 10 Park Place is just a few blocks away from its former location at the Aldridge Health Center. Now, because thousands of patients depend on county services, this new state-of-the-art facility is just what the doctor ordered. From the outside, the new health center looks like a typical downtown office building, but inside is anything but ordinary.
We're providing them the best professional care, and now we're going to provide it in a very attractive environment.
State-of-the-art equipment, new furniture, and freshly painted walls. The renovated facility replaces the Aldridge Health Clinic, which many say had seen better days.
Aldridge was in such horrendous shape that we would have had to spend much more just to get it up to the condition of this facility.
The new center has services on the 4th, 5th, and 6th floors. Nearly all of the services and programs from Aldridge will be available at the 10 Park Place location, including the Tuberculosis Clinic, STD Clinic, HIV, and the Y and White program.
This facility is going to be the state-of-the-art, number one. The atmosphere here is going to be so much different than Aldridge.
County leaders say the 10 Park Place location is convenient because it is right in the middle of downtown, near MARTA's 5 Point station, so clients can walk there in just a few minutes. And when major health emergencies occur in the region, staff in this new facility will now be able to better respond.
We'll have something called telehealth, which is a state-run network, so that in the case of outbreaks and things like that, you can connect with all other state entities in the other counties and across the country for that matter.
Aldridge officially closed on April 21st. The Fulton County Public Health at 10 Park Place is expected to open to the public on May 8th, and there will be a grand opening celebration later in May. Reporting from downtown Atlanta, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Meanwhile, season 3 of the A&E series 60 Days In is just about complete. So, did it serve its purpose, and what, if anything, has been done since its airing? Lieutenant Colonel Mark Adger is the chief jailer with the Fulton County Sheriff's Department. Sir, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. It's nice to be here.
So, I understand that changes have already been made. What are they?
Well, one of the things that we definitely had to do as a result of the undercover participants that were in the 60 Days In national show was tighten up on how we dealt with contraband entering the jail in our intake unit when inmates came in that had been newly arrested. So what we did was we instituted a search program at the intake unit that took care of pretty much all the contraband that was coming into the jail.
And you confiscated some items because of those changes. Tell us about those.
Well, most of what we've been confiscating since we've instituted these changes has been illicit street drugs. That means suspected marijuana, crack cocaine, methamphetamines, and some powder cocaine. But we've also confiscated improvised weapons such as razor blades. We've confiscated ammunition for a handgun, and we've also confiscated some dangerous scissors.
And Colonel, what would you say was perhaps the most surprising thing you learned during this whole process?
I think one of the most surprising things that we learned is that people want what they want and they do anything to get it. They'll get it into the jail and then they'll traffic it to those that want it and are willing to pay for it. And not only that, but they'll use whatever they can get not knowing where it's coming from. They have no idea of what they're actually ingesting, the purity of it, where it's been, how unsanitary it might be. They just want what they want and they'll do anything to get it.
And the Fulton County Jail has become pretty popular with television producers. Why do you think that is?
I think the Fulton County Jail is popular at this time because it's filled with young people who are caught on the fringe of our society, who are really kind of colorful. And they make for great TV programming, but they also illustrate some of the problems that we're having in society today that need to be dealt with. And if we don't deal with these problems, we're going to continue to see some of the issues that we see on our city streets.
Well, it's been a fascinating series. Thank you so much for your time.
It was great to be here, Sonia.
For 60 days in air dates and times, you can be sure to check out the A&E website.
Make sure to bring your ticket up here to us before you claim your bike.
On a much lighter note from the Sheriff's Office, you could say it's not their first rodeo when it comes to putting a smile on a child's face. Members from the department held their second annual bicycle safety rodeo in the parking lot of the Juvenile Court Courthouse.
This is our second annual bicycle rodeo. Last year we had our first one, and it was funded through a grant from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Throughout the year, we do pedestrian safety classes in elementary schools, and we do one bicycle rodeo each year. So this is our second one, and it's double the size of the one last year.
The Sheriff's Office, along with Atlanta Police, Beltline Patrol, and the Georgia State University Pedestrian Safety Team, provided youth ages 6 through 14 with important bike safety tips.
We have 5 safety stations where the kids learn scanning and hand signals, how to avoid obstacles in a roadway, how to navigate intersections, how to navigate driveways, and just be safe while they're riding their bicycle.
Each child in attendance was fitted for a bicycle helmet, given school supplies, and bicycle spoke reflectors. They were also entered into a drawing to win one of 70 bikes that were collected through the donation. After the safety stations were complete, a bicycle parade was held around the nearby streets of the Juvenile Courthouse, escorted by all of the officers in attendance. Well, the program that puts Fulton County residents in the shoes of Fulton County employees is back. The 2017 version of the Fulton County Citizens University began with news of how the county is increasing its digital footprint by introducing webinars to certain classes in hopes of reaching more citizens. Followed by a brief history lesson of Fulton County and the Board of Commissioners, the students were then taught about the county's mandated services and functions and how their budgets get balanced. It was an eye-opening process for many of the students, especially for those who live in South Fulton.
Well, with all the changes in our government, and I'm part of the new city, I wanted to become more involved and to really figure out how the Fulton County government works.
I would encourage other people to learn more about the city of South Fulton, learn a little bit more about government so that they can be involved and educated.
Fulton County Citizens University started in 2004. The 12-week interactive class will include stops with the tax commissioner, the justice system, even us here at FGTV. Fulton is in need of future young leaders who want to know all about government policy and community service. Applications for the 2017-2018 Youth Commission are being accepted from now until Friday, May 19th. Candidates must be in the 9th, 10th, or 11th grade during the 2017-2018 academic year, be a Fulton County resident, and attend a school within the county.
We're looking for candidates who are outspoken, who inspire to enter some aspect of government, who are perhaps debaters within their schools, SGA students, but young people who want to speak up and speak out on youth issues.
Sponsored by the Fulton County Board of Commissioners and coordinated through the Office of Children and Youth, the Fulton County Youth Commission is a leadership and service-oriented program that empowers young people to become knowledgeable and involved in local governmental processes.
There are many benefits with being a Fulton County Youth Commissioner. Since the program's inception in 1999, we've become a very high-profile program. We have received recognition from all levels of government. We have had the ability to interact with many of our state's decision makers. Many of the colleges throughout the country have recognized the Youth Commission due to many youth commissioners, former youth commissioner who's come through the program and who've dispersed all throughout the country and are continued supporters of the Youth Commission program.
For more information, applicants can call 404-612-7386 or log on to the Fulton County website. And still to come on Fulton Today, encouraging news about a crime spree that once had residents in South Fulton on high alert. It's a part of our district-by-district coverage next. Fulton officials give an update on slider crimes in the community and an update on the new city of South Fulton. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage. We begin with Chairman John Eves, who gives the latest statistics on what was once a growing public safety problem in South Fulton. The at-large commissioner with Fulton County police officials announced a reduction in slider crimes in 2017. Slider crimes, as they are called by officers, is when a criminal slides into a motorist's car as they are pumping gas and either steals items from the car or steals the car altogether. There had been numerous encounters at various stations before Fulton police and station owners beefed up their security efforts.
These efforts that we have done over the past several months have included targeted police prevention tactics, cross-jurisdictional collaboration with the juvenile court judges, and last but not least, the citizens were greatly engaged.
Fulton County's jurisdiction, which is South Fulton County, the new city of South Fulton, we've experienced a 74% decrease in slider crimes over last year.
Fulton police attribute the success to crime prevention efforts, public policy intervention, and collaboration with community partners. The District 5 Commissioner hosts a town hall forum for residents to get information on the new city of South Fulton. The Commissioner, Marvin Arrington Jr., invited Kevin Grimes from the governor's appointed City of South Fulton transition team to address the citizens. One of the main concerns for residents is the city's financial status.
The city's financially viable. The city isn't going to go anywhere. This city might have several problems, but money will not be one of them. We have the right mix, we're doing great work, and this is a very financially healthy city.
So we wanted to have an opportunity for transparency, communication, networking for the citizens of South Fulton who will have a new city in less than 60 days.
South Fulton residents voted on their new city leadership earlier this month, but residents met the then candidates at that meeting. The mayor and 7 council members will officially convene business as of May 1st. And finally, Fulton's District 6 office with the Department of Real Estate and Asset Management kicks off the 2017 Bulky Trash and Secure Shredding Recycling Day Series. At 3 South Fulton locations, residents disposed of bulk trash at no cost. While big items like mattresses and furniture were tossed, many took advantage of the safe way to dispose of documents.
This provided an opportunity for us to come and take advantage of a free day to dispose some very important stuff that we wanted shredded.
Bulk waste amnesty days are scheduled to encourage residents to remove large waste items that tarnish the beauty of South Fulton neighborhoods.
I think this is excellent. I'm glad that we do it at least twice a year. Wish we could do it more because some of us need to get a lot of junk out of our homes.
One resident told our photographer that he looks forward to these days every year.
You know, our taxpayer money is going for something good. I enjoy it.
It's a good thing for citizens in the county?
It's an excellent thing for the citizens in the county. And our next one will be in October.
He sounds excited. Now stay tuned to FGTV and the Fulton County website to get the next Bulky Trash and Secure Shredding Day official dates and times. you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with the rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And still to come on Fulton Today, moms and moms-to-be now have more chances to get the help they need to ensure the health of their little bundle of joy. New and expecting mothers now have the opportunity to get the help they really need. That's because the Women, Infants, and Children program, or WIC as it's also known, is expanding. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn explains.
Whether it's nutritional education and counseling or breastfeeding support, pregnant and new mothers now have more options to receive services in the WIC program. The Women, Infants, and Children's program is expanding services at the Oak Hill Child, Adolescent, and Family Center to meet increasing demand.
Initially, we started here with a one-day service, which was on Tuesdays, and so now we're expanding it to Tuesdays and Thursdays.
WIC is a federal program under the U.S. Department of Agriculture that provides grants to states and local governments. In addition to nutritional education and supplementing the purchase of nutritious foods, WIC also screens its low to moderate income clients for referrals to other social services. As of February, there were more than 10,000 participants in Fulton County's WIC program. WIC clients learn how to eat and feed their children properly and stretch their food budgets. They receive vouchers for items like cereal, milk, juice, and fruit. With services now being offered on Thursdays at Oak Hill, more people can get assistance. The number of clients in the WIC program at the Oak Hill location has more than doubled in recent months. Nearly 200 mothers were served in February.
So some of our clients that are coming in from different counties and also from the hospital and from different locations will be able to transfer into this location and also be able to partake of nutrition education.
Clients can also take part in various special programs like Latch and Learn and First Footsteps, where cooking demonstrations, counseling, and giveaways are provided. To learn more about WIC, call 404-612-3942. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thanks, Lynn. Now, WIC is just one of the many programs that county leaders are recognizing this April as a part of the Month of the Young Child Awareness. During a proclamation ceremony at the Board of Commissioners meeting, county and health leaders explained the importance of prenatal and early childhood care.
The age 0 to 5 is the most critical age of brain development and learning for a young child, and everything that we can do working together to touch the lives of young children, we need to work together to do so.
The Month of the Young Child raises awareness about the importance of taking care of young ones during the first 2,000 days of their lives. Some county programs that help children start a healthy life include the Perinatal Case Management Program, which encourages pregnant women to allow their babies to develop to at least 39 weeks, hearing screenings for newborns, and the Children's First Program, which screens kids up to 5 years old who are at risk for poor health. To learn more, you can just call 404-612-1211. Seniors are working to change their diabetes or pre-diabetes status by taking part in a 6-week class. More than a dozen seniors signed up for the weekly free education diabetes class at the Dorothy C. Benson Senior Multipurpose Facility. A cooperative extension agent led the class and discussed diabetes. Now, this disease impairs the body's ability to produce or respond to insulin. The instructor explains which organs are affected by diabetes and reviews the risk.
So there are several organs that are affected by diabetes, and it's everywhere from our head, which is our brain, and our eyes, and our mouth, all the way down to our feet. And that's because diabetes affects the blood vessels that are in our body, and so blood vessels go everywhere. So they go all the way into our brain, which could increase our risk for stroke. They could increase our risk for vision loss with our eyes, and increase our risk for gum disease.
The goal of the Diabetes Empowerment Education Program, or DEEP as it's known, is to educate seniors so that they can better self-manage their condition. Now, according to the American Diabetes Association, about 14% of Georgians have diabetes. The class takes place on Thursdays and runs until May 11th. Up next on Fulton Today, going back in time to the 70s. We'll take you there. Stay with us, everybody. Fulton staffers joined more than 1,000 people for the 38th annual Sickle Cell Road Race. With a bang, runners and walkers took off in the 4K walk and 7K run. The sidewalks near Tri-Cities High School were also filled up with supporters who were cheering on the participants. Many said they wanted to show their support because they've been impacted by the disease.
We're out here to honor my brother. We recently lost him in January to sickle cell, so it's the 38th annual sickle cell walk, and he was 38, so we thought it would be fitting to honor him this way.
Several Fulton County health professionals took part as well to raise awareness about diabetes.
Part of this is just sickle cell awareness so that the population can know that sickle cell does exist. It still exists. It's not on the top 10 of anybody's list right now. We want to make sure it gets on everybody's list.
Sickle cell disease is a group of inherited red blood cell disorders which can lead to pain, acute chest syndrome, and stroke. The proceeds from the race's registration fees were donated to the Sickle Cell Foundation of Georgia. And finally, the atrium is all cleaned up, but you should have seen it. It was a 70s party unlike any other. In an effort to get people excited about Dance Week, county employees were encouraged to dress up in their best 70s outfits and dance. Staff also enjoyed a disco workout and took part in a costume and dance contest. The Arts and Culture Department celebrates Dance Week every year and encourages residents and employees of all ages to participate.
We have a week long of activities, exciting activities that we hope to engage all of our Fulton County residents in under the theme, Everybody Dance Now. So it's really to promote health and wellness and to get everybody to get up and move.
There are several free dance workshops and performances going on all this week. The department also helps keep the dance moves going year-round with various dance classes that run for 6 weeks at a time. To get more information on all of it, go to fultonarts.org or call 612-5780. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out anytime on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.